to the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news that happened during the week January 21st to January 27th, 2011. In movie news, back in December we heard that Zack Snyder's Superman movie was likely to be filming in Vancouver, Canada. Now the Calgary Herald reports that Alberta Culture Minister Lindsay Blackett has confirmed that part of a $200 million Hollywood film will be shot in Alberta. An industry insider told the Herald that this likely means Superman will have a unit shoot there. Supposedly an announcement will be made in the next 2 months. True Blood star Joe Manganiello, who we previously reported back on December 6th, told UK media he would be honoured if chosen to be the next Man of Steel, this week told Extra, "It's not up to me at this point," but again reiterated he'd be honoured if selected. Duncan Jones, who directed the movie Moon, revealed that while his name was on the shortlist of directors Christopher Nolan was looking at to take on the next Superman film, he was a little intimidated by the character and the scale of the project. He said, "I was thrilled to be on the shortlist, but for me that was enough. I don't know if I would be ready for that leap yet." He did mention he's a fan of Bizarro Superman, so whether or not that's a hint that the David Goyer script includes an appearance by Bizarro or not remains to be seen. In TV news, with a late announcement, the CW alerted its viewers that Smallville will not return tonight, Friday, January 28th as previously planned, but will now return a week later on February 4th, so let your friends and fellow Smallville fans know. Erica Durant sat down for an interview with TVLine.com at the recent Television Critics Association Winter Press Tour, where she revealed you're going to see fun little snippets about how Lois helps hide Clark's identity and work on a new look. It's funny because it's just an overblown idea of what women do in marriages anyway. Erica told IGN.com, Lois gets to actually step into her role of being the person that Clark starts to really trust with who he is and what he can do, and really becomes quite a central figure. MTV.com caught up with Elena Huffman to ask her about playing Black Canary in the show's final season, and asked if we're going to see any touches of the Green Arrow-Black Canary relationship. She said, "I think there's always a sort of underlying understanding that there's an attraction there, but nothing's played out yet." TV Guide's Megabuzz column touched on the subject of whether or not we'll see Clark Kent take to the sky anytime soon on Smallville. Executive producer Brian Peterson told them, "I would say watch Collateral." Speaking of Collateral, the 12th episode of Season 10 of Smallville, airs, as I said earlier, on February 4th at 8 PM on the CW. In casting news for the upcoming Jeff Johns penned episode of Smallville titled Booster, Days of Our Lives star Eric Marstoff has been cast in the role of Booster Gold, while Jaron Bartlett has been cast as Blue Beetle, while Sebastian Spence will play inventor turned superhero Ted Cord. The CW has made available a series of poster images showcasing the cast members of Smallville. While the cast photos aren't new, the images do highlight the show getting closer to its endgame. Superman homepage writer Barry Fryman updated our Young Justice animated series episode guide with a summary of last week's episode Welcome to Happy Harbour. Barry also handed in his review of this episode, giving it a 4 out of 5 rating. Cartoon Network and DC Entertainment released the episode description, a series of images and 2 preview video clips from Drop Zone, tonight's new episode of the Young Justice animated series. In this episode, the team on their first official assignment, a covert recon mission to the venom-producing island of Santa Prisca, finds itself caught in a struggle between the deadly Bane and cult leader Cobra for possession of something far worse than they suspected. Look for our episode summary and review in the days following its airing. Superman homepage reviewer James Lange continues reviewing episodes from the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series. Check out his review of the Season 4 episode Jimmy the Kid, in which Jimmy is kidnapped and replaced by Kid Collins, a double trying to stop an investigation by Clark. In comic book news, the 82nd episode of the From Crisis to Crisis podcast is now online. This week Michael and Jeffrey conclude their look at the Superman books with the cover date September 1991. Superman comic books we reviewed this week included Superman Batman number 80, which was reviewed by Michael Bailey, who said, "As fun as the story was, there wasn't a whole lot to it, but he still rated it a 4 out of 5. Jeffrey Bridges reviewed Supergirl number 60, giving it a 4 out of 5, saying, "I'm on board and ready to see where it's going." Justice League of America number 53 was reviewed by Ralph Silver, who said, "Robinson offers a logical conclusion in this issue," and he gave it a 4 out of 5. Adam DeChannel reviewed Young Justice number 0, rating it a 5 out of 5, stating, "This is great, relatable family reading, and if you're a fan of the show, a nice touching addition to the show's depth." And from last week, Noah Runzo reviewed Secret 6 number 29, which followed on from Action Comics 896, and he gave it a 4 out of 5 rating, saying, "All in all, a pretty good story." Superman comics shipping this week from January 26th include Action Comics 897, JLA the 99 number 4, Teen Titans number 91, which is available in a variant cover, DC Comics presents Superman Sole Survivor number 1, Batman vs. the Undead trade paperback, Blackest Night Series 8 Orange Lantern Lex Luthor action figure. In other news, Superman homepage writer Jeffrey Taylor has written his review of the DC Universe Online massive multiplayer online role-playing video game. Come by the website now to read Jeffrey's extensive review of the game, including his thoughts on the packaging, character creation and gameplay. Since 2007, artist Mike Kelly has been exhibiting his Candor's art creations, a series of works inspired by the bottled city of Candor found in Superman comic books. Fans in Los Angeles can check out his work at the Gagosian Gallery in Beverly Hills through February 19th. Wizard World Incorporated announced that they will stop publishing Wizard magazine effective immediately. The presses have also stopped on its sister publication Toy Fair. In place of its print incarnation, Wizard is launching a digital publication titled Wizard World in February, a sign of the times. Guild Jewellery Design, an Australian jeweller based in Adelaide, has grabbed the exclusive rights in Australia and New Zealand to produce and distribute jewellery featuring the symbols of DC Comics characters. Guild Jewellery Design will officially launch its collection of comic book inspired jewellery at the Armageddon Expo in Sydney on February 26. That's all the Superman news there was for the week January 1st to January 27th. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, welcome to Great Scott. Thanks for watching. I'm Scotty V. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about DC Universe Online. I finished up my beta testing a couple of weeks ago and was finally able to pick up my copy of DC Universe yesterday, and I played it for a few hours today. And I must say, if you fancy pretending to be a superhero and flying around the streets of Metropolis and Gotham City, go out and get this game. It's very, very good. The feeling is authentic. Obviously, we're not really jumping around fighting bad guys, but it sure feels like it. Sony and the creative team at DC have put a lot of time into this. In 2008, I was at the New York City Comic-Con because they were having a panel for DC Universe Online, and they also had the first testing of the Doomsday scenario where you fought alongside Superman in order to subdue Doomsday. It was a lot of fun, and I was very excited about the game. I had been excited before that, and this got me even more ramped up. Jim Lee does the artwork. They've got a lot of great voice work in the game. Some voices you'll recognize, some you'll just appreciate the way I did. Some of the cinematics are incredible, and the gameplay is a lot of fun. There's a great deal of customization. You can make your character look any way you like, and you can have a number of different power skills and power sets. It's not unlimited and you can't do anything you want, but it's quite nice for what they've got. I expect expansions in the future which will add on some of this, but it's the missions are great. They make you feel like you could actually be a part of the Justice League, and it's real fun. One caveat I must mention: as a beta tester, oftentimes you get some sort of a reward. You get a costume piece that's unavailable to anyone else, a weapon, something early that other people wouldn't get until later. Now, of course, they're not going to let you start at the level that you progressed to during the beta. You have to be on even ground with everyone else. But they could at least let me keep my character template, so I didn't have to redesign the whole thing. So, unfortunately, I had to spend an hour or so trying to figure out exactly what I looked like and get it right. And also, my name is in use. The name that I used in the beta testing, that I planned on using here, and that I've had for many years in a number of different games I've played, role-playing, the paper and dice kind of role-playing. I had this name and this character, and I wanted to keep it that way. But someone's already using it, so I had to change my name. However, it's something similar enough. I'm called Hellsfire, and I'm on the Justice server, so if anyone from the homepage or anywhere else wants to come on board, find me. Maybe we'll get a Superman homepage league started. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and look up in the sky.